Hello everyone. So I thought that it was important for me to share something with you, especially due to the ongoing campaign and protests, the endsars campaign, and being in this space of mental health, I've come to realize that a lot of people have gone through police brutality, whether SARS, whether anti-terrorism squad, or whatever name has been given it to it. The fact that this group of people are under the Nigerian police, I would classify all of them as police brutality. And that's also because I have been a victim myself many years ago. Maybe a little bit of if I share a little bit of my story, maybe you'd understand where I'm coming from. In 2006, I had written post UTME to Uniloring, and that morning, like every other person, had taken my younger sister to school, and I went to the cyber cafe to check my result. I had a flash drive around my neck, and I was at the cyber cafe trying to check my result and browse other things. And when these guys just stormed the cyber cafe, they came in the yellow Danfo bus, and one of them came to my computer, typed up, blah, 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 told the cafe attendant to print it out, and came to me and asked me to interpret the numbers. I was like, how do I interpret numbers? I don't even understand what these numbers are. You were the one who actually printed these numbers. And before I could say Jack, I got a slap on my face, and the next thing was move, 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 move. And they took us into the bus and straight to the closest police station, which happened to be Okota then. And they threw us into the police cell. Police stations usually have cells, not prison. It's not like that of the prison, but the cell, right? Asked us to sit on the floor, stripped us of everything that we had, phones, keys, wallets, and everything. And at some point, I was like, come, you can't be with my phone. I need to call someone that I'm here. In the memory, I was like, at least let them come and bail me. Let me just get out of this place. But I didn't have access to my phone. Everything was taken away from me. And at some point, I was called, and the guy was asking me, what do you do? I said, I'm a student. I went to so and so place to do this. I was like, now see your phone. I was like, what's wrong with my phone? What are these numbers? And now, then I had some friends who had traveled out, to the UK precisely. Yes, I think UK precisely. And then maybe US, I can't remember now. And so he was asking me, why do I have foreign numbers on my phone? This looked like the dumbest question I've ever been asked in my life. Like, how do I explain that? And I told him that, well, at my level, I don't think it's wrong for me to have friends abroad. Don't they have? And there was another slap on my cheeks. That day wasn't funny. To cut long story short, I was asked to go back, because I wasn't ready to give them anything. And I was there till like 5 p.m. And around 5 p.m., I was asked to come and see the station. I can't remember his name now, but their boss, and that was asking me questions, and then asked me to come back the following day for my flash drive. Why did I share that story? Is because ever since then, I've had this hatred for the Nigerian police force. I've had this anger for the Nigerian police force. I've had this fear. Now, you know that sometimes our response to fear is to attack. Our default response to fear sometimes is to attack when we see that thing that poses like a threat to us. And I believe that many of us, especially youth, are on this side of the table. The moment you sight a police officer coming, the first thing that comes to your mind is, what's his problem now? What's he coming to do? You should get out. And some people, the mention of it alone, right, can create a different experience within them. So I want to talk briefly about trauma from police brutality. And you see, funny thing about trauma is that it doesn't always have to, how do I put it now? It doesn't always have to come to you because the action was directly performed on you. If you live in that neighborhood, if you have ties with that neighborhood, you are also in, if care is not taken, for some level of trauma. And that's because we are social beings, we are humans, and we have emotions that drive us. If you have ever heard the sound of a gun and you escaped, the next time you hear the sound of a gunshot, the natural response that your body would give is to run, right? And begin to shiver. Now, what do you do? For anyone who has experienced police brutality, and I do hope that this comes to an end, the first thing that you need to do is to find a place where you can sit calmly. Okay, find a place where you can sit calmly. Don't rush. Don't do things in a rush. Don't be in a hurry to get moving again. Okay, take some time. And you see, the sad part is it takes a while for you to assimilate what has happened to you. So I get it. All right. What you can do is take some time. Okay. Absorb what has happened. Find yourself. Right. Center yourself. So what do? For example, you sit down and just breathe. Do that until you are able to get yourself. Now, because honestly, that day when I left the station, I was scared. I kept looking back to be sure they were not coming after me. I kept looking. Till date, for me to remember this very fresh, I can visualize what happened that day. And so don't rush to get things sorted. Don't rush to do things, okay? Find time to find yourself. Take time to find yourself. Sit down, right? And try to come to the reality of where you are. Okay, and once you have done that, then you are now able to move, away from where you are. And please, which is the most important thing, is when you've had this kind of experience, don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep quiet. Talk to people about it. Now, the reason why you're talking to people about it is because your brain creates pictures and images in your head. And so they keep playing in your head. And that's why when people have had this kind of experience, people being killed in their presence, people being maimed in their presence, or even they themselves, because this happened in their presence, right, their minds begin to play pictures from time to time, okay, and these pictures begins to haunt them. But when you have shared it with someone, then it is easier for that person to understand where you're coming from, or imagine where you're coming from, and see how he or she can step in to either get you a professional help, right, or offer some form of succor and some form of care, hug and all that, to help you find yourself. Because some of the resultant effects of police brutality is anxiety. People begin to live in anxiety. People begin to, check themselves to be sure that all is well. And that's why you realize that whenever you see the police coming, you're quick to say, don't answer. Or you're quick to say, Alpha, my paper's complete, and all that. And I need to let us know that police brutality is not just in Nigeria. It's not just in Africa, right? It's in other part of the world. It's in other countries. The difference is just the people who are being attacked. And so if there's anyone who is watching this right now and you have experienced police brutality before, I want you to check yourself, all right, and ask yourself, how has this affected me, how traumatized I am, how anxious I am. Are there things that I do because I don't want these people to stop me? Not because it is wrong, but because I don't want them to stop me. Or as soon as I see them, I begin to shake, right? Because I am scared of what they will do to me. So like I said, if you realize that, right, I want you to come to that point where you find yourself. You find your joy, okay? Sit down with your eyes closed. Find your breath. Try to erase any image of the incidents away from you. Try to erase any instrument, any image of what has happened away from you, and look in the direction of what you want. Now, this takes a while and takes some processes, but then you realize that with time, as you meditate, as you take time to find yourself, you're gradually detaching yourself from what has happened and finding a new life for yourself. Because the moment you dwell on what has happened, it hinders you for too long, rather, it hinders you from making any progress whatsoever. And that's why you cannot afford to sit there. And if you realize that this is not working for you, then reach out for help. Talk to organizations, talk to individuals who can provide that help for you. But the first thing you can do is find yourself, sit down quietly, take those deep breaths. You can do things like that way you help yourself, all right, to come, to reality. And then with time, you begin to meditate, all right, and try to change the image that your brain sells to you, the image that your brain markets to you, all right, and begin to replace it with something else. So I'll stop here because this video is getting too long already. So the next video I'm going to be talking about how social media is creating a traumatic generation, and how we need to guard what we put on social media as regards police brutality. So thank you for joining. If you have not subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with others. Till I come your way again, see ya.